When Australia's social media ban rolls out next month, under-16s will almost certainly still be using YouTube. Unlike Instagram or Snapchat, you don't need an account to browse content. BTN High's Cale Matthews joins us now with more. So, Cale, what have you found out?
Yeah, hi, Roz. So, as you said there, YouTube was added to the social media ban in July after a bit of tossing and turning. But teens will still be able to use it in a logged out capacity. So they'll be able to use YouTube Kids, which is a kind of severely stripped back version of YouTube. But what we expect is that a lot of teens will be using YouTube, but just without an account. Now, YouTube has community guidelines. It lays them out online, and if any videos violate their community guidelines, they get taken off the platform. So that covers a lot of things like violence, sexual content, drugs, those sorts of things. But they also have age-restricted videos, and these videos don't necessarily violate community guidelines, but YouTube deems them inappropriate for people under 18. So if videos are age restricted, they won't be able to be viewed without an account. What I found is that I jumped on my laptop, I logged out of YouTube, I opened up an incognito tab, and I wanted to browse what YouTube looks like if I can't see these age restricted videos. After about 10 minutes of browsing, I was getting videos on how to make a flamethrower. I was getting videos on fighting compilations, like UFC fighting compilations, and also just street fighting compilations. I was getting videos about movie compilations of movie headshots, so people getting shot in the head, essentially. Now, all of these videos were in a logged out capacity, so they're meant to be viewable by people under 18. We spoke to a few teenagers, and you'll see me browsing in this clip here, but we spoke to a few teens about how the YouTube ban and how using YouTube without an account is going to affect the way that they use it. So straight away, nothing pops up on the homepage. So I actually have to search something to get started, but I'm going to go explore, and I'm going to go, let's start with gaming. I mean, straight away, I click on gaming. The first thing that's featured is a thumbnail that says, I accidentally joined a gang in GTA 5. And the thumbnail is the content creator, and he's surrounded by people holding guns and knives, and they have a mask over their face. The first thing this video says is 5 brutal knockouts not allowed on YouTube. Clearly it is allowed on YouTube, and it's allowed to the point that it thinks it's appropriate for people under 18 because I'm not signed into this account.
There was a time when my mum told me I couldn't have an account, so I didn't have an account and I was scrolling, and there were some things that were not appropriate for me to be seeing on there. I just watch whatever comes up, and if I like it, then I watch it.
When I'm watching it on my iPad, I have an account, but I don't think it impacts it too much because I can still find whatever I like.
It just means there'll be a lot more things that are out of our control from seeing, because we can't like, we can't dislike, we can't report or anything like that because we don't have an account. It's kind of like taking the control out of our hands on what we can and can't see.
Wow, so what's YouTube's response to this, Cale?
Yeah, so I reached out to YouTube as part of this story. Unfortunately, they didn't respond to me, but I queried as to why these things were being shown to me when I was logged out of YouTube, and it's meant to be appropriate for audiences under 18. They didn't respond to me, but YouTube have had a lot of pushback to being included in the government social media ban. So in a Senate committee hearing in October, spokesperson for YouTube said this is kind of exactly why they didn't want to be part of the ban, is that they have accounts that can be restricted by parents. So parents can set teen accounts and they can set parental restrictions, but these things happen when the teenager has an account. If they don't have an account, then they're much more likely to be getting this content that isn't being moderated necessarily. So that is part of the reason why YouTube wanted to be excluded from the ban, so that teens wouldn't be getting this stuff on their feeds. the government, I reached out to the government, and a spokesperson for the government said that this is part of the Online Safety Act, and YouTube needs to respond and say why these things are available on their site for people under 18, and they will be tightening up their online safety laws when the social media ban comes into practice. So it's a bit unclear how things are going to change once the social media ban does come into play.